I'm Jess Manning, the founder of VETDRENALINE Racing. It's a 100% funded, nonprofit, donation-driven nonprofit organization that pretty much VETDRENALINE Racing is focused on vets that struggle with PTSD. So we're going to actually, today's event that you saw today, we basically took veterans from the Tucson community, and this is our first time down in this community. We're doing a lot more outreach, a lot more cities across the United States this year, and we're just highlighting the veterans in this community, and then we're just spreading the word for PTSD to know that if those vets are out there, that not stay silent, and actually that there's a place for them to go to, which is VETDRENALINE.
Where can people find you at?
Best thing is obviously social media these days, so we have a great following on our Facebook page and Instagram page. We do a lot of media, and we put a lot of effort in the media to show the experience of what we do for our vets, so we always just ask people to, if they can't donate and help financially support us, at least support us by sharing it. And if you do know a vet that struggles with PTSD, please share our information with them.
How did you start this organization?
So the organization started kind of with myself as probably the catalyst of it. I just retired with 20 years in the U.S. Army. I was a 12 Bravo combat engineer, dealing with a lot of explosive engineering stuff with IEDs overseas. Lost a lot of buddies in combat. I was injured twice in 2008 myself. I broke my back, had a traumatic brain injury, and coming back from those injuries that you recover from overseas, PTSD is that one that you don't know when it's going to set in. And struggling with my own issues, I kind of found motorsports as a release of getting back that adrenaline, something that I missed from overseas. So through my own healing, this kind of being a catalyst of me racing and feeling good about it and getting back on my feet mentally and physically, and I'm like, if this can help me, this can help other veterans.
Guam to Tokyo, and Tokyo to Iwakuni, Japan. From there, we trained to go to South Korea. We were living in tents out in the cold. We flew a thing on a C-130.
Yeah, I got a pretty dog, but she's a freaking jumping at everything. The freaking wind blew a trash. No, she's spoiled
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
watch me.
No, and I didn't.
Sign-up table.
No, it's not even that. Like, I didn't realize we were only running 4 cars, and
Drag racing is just going straight.
oh, okay, that's nice.
Pretty much everywhere on social media recently because you don't see real drivers. It's a fully experimental car and it looks like he got it right, as we can see. He also has a third passenger seat on the back, right in the center. Being a little bit bigger of a car, seems to be handling good on track. That is not your dad's Ford Fusion, that's for sure. Alright, so now we have Sean Morgan and George Kirkopoulos, a Formula Drift Pro 2 driver. Just came back from Vegas from SEMA. Sean Morta is a pro driver. Very experienced driver. I believe he got his license.
That doesn't hurt so bad when you got to replace them, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if you go walk around.
His wheel, rear wheel was like,
Chris Soren, it's my wife.
Jasmine Soren.
And what did you guys bring out today?
I brought out a 2014 Scion FRS. It's an LS2 powered car. It's making about 400 horsepower.
And I brought this E92, BMW E92, and it's an LS powered. It also makes about 400 horsepower. So, yeah.
So how'd you guys find out about the event?
We've been good friends with Jess, the organizer of VETDRENALINE, for a few years.
Yeah.
A few years now, and just been a friend of him. He asked me to be a part of this a couple years ago, and just been tagging along for each event to help support, for the ride ever since then.
What got you guys into drifting?
Oh my gosh.
You can go first.
I'll tell you, he was doing road course racing for NASA, and one day they had a drift event along with NASA, and I just heard all this noise and all this craziness, and I'm like, what is going on? What's going on? And he says, it's called drifting, and we just booked it over to go watch, and that was it. He welded his diff shortly after that, even though he'd been running for 4 years. 4 years, and you were instructing for NASA. And then a couple years later or so, I got my car. So yeah, it's kind of been since then. So.
How do you guys feel about the program that was put together?
Today,
For today, yeah.
I think it's really awesome. I really get a kick out of getting everybody their first ever drift ride along, because that's something I'll never forget. And how I got into drifting was riding with a buddy of mine, and it's controlled insanity right away, and especially if you're not familiar with it, if you've never done it or been in a car, it's a really exciting thing. So to be able to give these veterans a ride along and give them that thrill is really rewarding to us as drivers, plus just trying to help out and trying to help a good cause.
Yeah, race awareness,
yeah.
PTSD, these guys need that little adrenaline fix, and what better way to get it than drifting. So
what advice do you guys have for future drifters?
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. It's a long road to become good and consistent at it. Man, don't give up. Start small. Don't go out and build this crazy car right away. Start with something cost effective and as cheap as possible, and learn to slide a car around first before you dump tens of thousands of dollars into a car. And we see it all the time. People go just way over the top with these builds, and they never get them done. They just burn out and get tired of spending the money and not driving the cars. And it's not about that. It's about just going out, sliding around, having fun, and getting used to controlling a car in a slide like that. Another big thing nowadays is simulators.
Yeah, everybody has simulators.
Yeah,
now.
You can spend a couple grand, build a pretty legit simulator, and free tires as long as you want to be driving, you know? So definitely a more cost-effective way to do it, and a lot of friends, a lot of people even out here, that's how they got their start. They did that, then they built a car and just adapted that over, and they're already good by the time they hit the track. So definitely a good cost-effective way to do it.
Where can people find you guys on social media?
You can find me personally on Instagram. It's just at Chris Soren. Last name is Soehren. And then
I am Death Bunny Drift, and at Elite Automotive Finishes, but I think we have it under EA Finishes, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's her personal, and then EA Finishes is our auto body shop, and then also 2F Performance is our body kit brand. So any of those areas you can find us and contact us.